So I wanted to show you my uh, field software, SalesRabbit, um, where I knocked today. So I knocked um, so this is where I knocked today. This area right here. It says I knocked around 50 some, like 50, say 51, 51 doors, uh, around 51 doors, but they're very far apart. They're very spread out. That's because I was targeting specific homes, not every single home. Didn't make any sale. I started at pretty much 10 a.m. Then I went all the way until 1 p.m. So I did about 3 hours of door knocking. And then I basically took a lunch. Then it started to get really cloudy and drizzling rain. I knew it was going to be cloudy, but I also knew that it was going to start to rain. There was like a 20 to 40% chance it was going to rain, and it was going to be cloudy, so I stopped, and I was tired. My teeth was hurting from eating my lunch, and so I decided to go home early, so around 3 p.m. Went home early, and as you can see here, I live right here. This is where I live. So for me to come here, it takes me about 30 minutes in the morning, and then I start knocking doors, and I did that for like 3 hours. So it's a bit rough going so far out of the way. The reason why I'm going all the way here, the reason why I'm going all the way here to knock doors is because this is where a lot of my customers from last year are now. I want to be able to serve my old customers, and I'll show you. Last year, no. So last year, and it's 2025, and so you can see where, let me turn off the area here. You can see where all my customers are, and they're very far from where I am. There is some customers that I have here as well, but um, I have some customers here as well, not as many though. Majority are here. And so I wanted to, and by the way, these customers are from last year. These customers here are more like from this year. So these customers here, like they might want, many customers that I serviced here, they might want their windows cleaned again this year. So that's why I'm trying to go back here and knock doors, because when I give them a call, the customers, they usually don't pick up the phone, and I text them, they don't respond. So it's up to me to kind of knock the same neighborhood. But it does, like I said, it does take me 30 minutes to get there. It's a bit far out of the way, and I'd rather spend that 30 minutes knocking extra doors. So I'm tempted to start knocking doors closer. So, and then I'll show you the areas here, the areas that I created. These are areas that I created based on data available on this platform. So it shows me which neighborhoods are neighborhoods where the homeowners have good credit score and other things. And so these neighborhoods here, I'm looking to knock doors on. Like I'm looking to knock a lot of doors in these neighborhoods. And then so these neighborhoods here are a little bit closer to my living address. So this one here, I might do that. And then because it's so much closer, only 10 minutes away from a drive. And then I might do, I'm thinking I might do these as well. These red squares here. I might start knocking doors in those areas as well. And but then there's the option to always go back to this area, which is a little bit farther away. But I have a lot of customers there already. So it's very expensive, and that's technically, I used to live here. That's why I have so many customers. I used to live here. That's why I had so many customers there. But then I decided to move. I decided to move here, because then I'm in the center, and I can go pretty much anywhere. Like I can go up north. This is commercial, but I can go up north to Thornton. I can go up to here. I can go here. So that's why I moved to this address, so that I can have maybe closer to other parts as well. Because last year, I think I knocked this area very well. I knocked this area very well. I had a lot of customers who weren't home, so I could have technically kept knocking there, but I felt like I needed to be closer to other parts as well, so that's why. But this, for the most part, I have not touched this area as much as I did the southeast side. So that's I plan to start knocking, because of the convenience of kind of like getting to know my neighborhood, my backyard. so to speak, neighbors living in my backyard. I want to be able to knock this as well. And um, so that's what I did today. Honestly, 50 doors is not great. 50 plus doors is not great. I want to be able to knock 100 doors. Last year, that's what I did, but they were so far apart that it did take me a while. Yeah, but I did only do like 3 hours of knocking, which was 50 doors. I think I could technically do, I have to take lunch in between, but I could do 2 4 hour days of door knocking and get 100 plus doors. There were days last year where I was knocking doors, not in very good neighborhoods, but I was knocking 300 up to 300 doors. So, and it was sometime in the summer or like late summer, and unfortunately, after knocking 300 doors, I didn't make any sales. But it kind of shows me that what I'm capable of, and 50 doors is nothing compared to 300 doors. So I need to I need to bring up my game. Anyhow, so that's my plan. Oh, and I was gonna tell you about what I'm doing as far as truck driving, or not truck driving, van expediting. So for that, I recently got my authority, and I'm using this app here, DAT1. I don't have a active subscription, but this is a demo account, demo subscription, a load board. So I will be using this load board here to get loads from here to anywhere, basically. And for example, this this here. So for example, this one here. This search shows me that there's 4 loads out of 6. Actually, it's 6, but for my demo account, there's 4 loads that that this one has 386. 386. The first one has 386 deadhead miles, but it goes from Cortez, Colorado, to Brunswick Stadium. Is it Memphis? And it's 2,000 miles. Whole 2.4 thousand miles, and the estimate from the broker is 89 cents per mile, which I know that I'm not gonna. Well, 89 cents per mile is pretty good. It's for the highway, but I would want to get $2 per mile for this one. And if I get $2 per mile for my van, it would be between $4,000 and $5,000. I don't know, but if we click it here, we can see that the trip is 2,480 miles. This is where it goes from Colorado to Memphis, or is it Memphis? I think it's Memphis. And the pickup date is the 9th, which is tonight. So it's supposed to be tonight, ASAP, I guess, as soon as possible. The length of the pallet, it's a pallet, is 5 foot. It weighs 2,500 pounds. I wonder what it is. Truck type, they're looking for a van, and yeah, so this is what I'm going to be using to pick up loads. And so if you can look at the other one, second one, this one is Farmington, New, NM, I don't know what that, North Michigan. I'm not sure what that stands for, but but it has 385 deadhead miles from my location, and it's going to Brunswick Stadium, Memphis. 2,481 miles this one, and 2,500 pounds, 5-foot pallet, and so this is just a demo, but once my authority is active in early March or March 8th, then I will be able to get a subscription, pick one of these loads, negotiate with the broker, and make some money. I like the fact that, well, this is just an estimate that the broker gives me, but you know, my bottom line for the gas and other things probably is around 40 cents per mile. So if I were to get 40 cents per mile, then at least the trip there would be free, even if there's no income. So I'm excited to get started. I already have my authority, so that there, guys. Just an update to what's going on. I did apply for owner-operated position as a driver. I needed my insurance, I needed this and that, but I didn't need my authority because I was under somebody else's authority. But they don't really give me any loads, so I just quit that owner-operated position with a different carrier, because it's worthless basically, because if they don't give you any loads, then you're not making any money. So I would rather work with the broker, and I would rather work with the load board myself instead of waiting for a handout from a different carrier. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. So until so like when it gets a bad weather like this, I have to kind of be patient and wait for my authority to become active so that I can start driving. I already have my insurance and taking loads far away, and in the meanwhile, when it's good weather, I'm gonna knock doors as much as I can to fill my schedule, even in bad weather, but even in cloudy days. But definitely in nice sunshiny days, I will knock doors the hell out of these neighborhoods here, so that I can go clean some windows. Cleaning windows it never gets old, because windows need to be cleaned all the time, always. They get dirty on the outside, so